golden morning sun streams into the kitchen, illuminating a swirl of dust motes dancing in the air. A cozy kitchen, bathed in the soft glow of morning light, hums with the promise of a new day. Jord, a lively boy of 6, helps his mother set the breakfast table, his movements full of childlike enthusiasm. He carefully places plates and cutlery, his small hands precise and eager. A profound sense of domestic peace and familial warmth fills the air, a perfect start to the day. In the bustling kitchen, Jord, a young boy with bright, eager eyes, stretches on tiptoes, his small fingers reaching for a delicate teacup. The teacup, a cherished family heirloom, shimmers softly under the warm kitchen light, perched precariously on a high shelf. His mother, her back to him, is engrossed in preparing food, completely oblivious to his ambitious endeavour. Jord's determined gaze is fixed on the glistening teacup, a silent challenge in the otherwise peaceful kitchen. Jord's fingers, trembling slightly, lose their grip on the delicate teacup. The teacup, suspended for a fleeting moment, begins its slow, inevitable descent towards the tiled floor. His eyes, wide with a dawning horror, track the falling porcelain. A silent gasp escapes Jord's lips, a breath held captive by the unfolding disaster. The world seems to slow, every detail of the teacup's fall etched in agonizing clarity. His face contorts in a silent scream as the teacup plummets, an impending symphony of shattering ceramic. The cup shatters into countless pieces, the sound echoing like a gunshot in the once warm kitchen. Jord stands frozen, his gaze fixed on the broken porcelain, his small world crumbling before his eyes. His face contorts with despair, the shattered cup a mirror to his momentarily collapsed spirit. Jord's heart hammers a frantic rhythm against his ribs, a drumbeat of pure terror echoing in the quiet kitchen. He glances at his mother, her back still to him, blissfully unaware of the impending chaos. A cold wave of panic washes over Jord, chilling him to the bone. His eyes dart around, frantically surveying the damage, every broken piece a testament to his mistake. His mind races, a terrifying prospect of punishment looming large in his thoughts. The silence in the kitchen is deafening, amplifying his fear as he braces for the inevitable. Her eyes, filled with motherly affection, sweep over Jord, taking in his presence. The gentle smile on her face falters, a flicker of mild surprise crosses her features, but no anger appears. Jord instinctively shrinks, his body tensing, bracing himself for an expected reprimand. He awaits the storm, but instead an eerie calm settles over the kitchen. In the quiet kitchen, Jord's mother kneels beside him, her face a canvas of soft understanding, a silent comfort. A heavy, unspoken presence stretches between them, filling the air with profound, emotional tension. Jord, overwhelmed by guilt, keeps his gaze fixed away, unable to meet her eyes. His guilt is a tangible weight, a crushing burden pressing down on him, suffocating his spirit. The silence in the room amplifies the raw emotions, making every unspoken thought resonate deeply. His mother's presence, though silent, offers a profound solace, a quiet strength in his moment of despair. Jord sits on his bed, his brow furrowed, fingers nervously tracing the contours of a toy car. The memory of the shattered cup flashes, a persistent, unwelcome replay in his mind. His face shows an inner debate, a silent struggle between fear and truth. Fear of confession wrestles with the gnawing urge for honesty, twisting his features. His gaze is distant, lost in the heavy burden of his unspoken secret. In a sunlit living room, George's mother sits on the sofa, lost in the pages of a book, a picture of serene focus. Her eyes, however, subtly shift towards the kitchen, a contemplative gaze betraying a deeper thought. George paces his room, a storm of internal conflict raging within him, his brow furrowed in deep thought. He envisions his mother's furious reaction, each scenario a vivid, painful image in his mind's eye. Drawing a deep, steadying breath, Judd's face hardens with a resolute decision to confront the inevitable. George slowly enters the living room, his head bowed, a heavy silence accompanying his every hesitant step. His hands are clasped tightly behind his back, a silent testament to his inner turmoil. The air crackles with unspoken tension as he approaches his mother, the quiet room amplifying his presence. His downcast gaze avoids her eyes, a poignant tableau of unspoken grief and apprehension. George sits on the floor amidst a scattered landscape of toy blocks, his world suddenly still. His small hands, clasped tightly in his lap, tremble with a silent confession. Tears well in his eyes, a shimmering pool reflecting a child's profound sorrow. Slowly his gaze lifts, a fragile plea meeting his mother's eyes across the room. A whisper, barely audible, escapes his lips. "Mom, I broke the cup." In the quiet living room, George's mother gently closes her book, setting it aside with a soft rustle. Her eyes, filled with warmth, meet his as she reaches out, a tender gesture of unspoken understanding. She pulls George closer, enveloping him in an embrace that speaks volumes of comfort and acceptance. Holding him tight, her hug is a sanctuary, offering solace rather than a hint of reprimand. She pulls back slightly, her gaze unwavering as she looks into his eyes. George's fear, a heavy cloak, begins to dissipate under her steady gaze. Her voice, soft yet firm, offers solace. "It's okay, my dear." She continues, her words a balm. Accidents happen. A final, comforting whisper. "I'm just glad you told me the truth." In the kitchen, George and his mother move as one, carefully sweeping up the shattered remains of a broken cup. A faint sadness still shadows George's face, but a profound relief washes over him, easing the tension. Together, they clear the remnants, a quiet understanding passing between them in the aftermath of the breakage. In the kitchen, George's mother gently takes his hand, guiding him back to the table with a reassuring touch. She pours juice into a new, sturdier cup, the liquid catching the soft kitchen light as it fills. A silent, knowing glance passes between them, a profound and quiet affirmation of their deep connection. The kitchen, once filled with tension, now radiates a comforting warmth and an unexpected peace.